This is where some of the young victims of human trafficking end up, on the streets prostituting themselves. Assemblymember Sandré R Swanson knows this full well and is working to combat human trafficking through Assembly Bill 90.
There are an estimated 800,000 human beings that are being trafficked domestically and internationally, from labor, human trafficking violations to sexual violations. Human trafficking is one of the most pervasive and dangerous problems facing children in our state.
The effects of human trafficking in our communities has caught the attention of national news outlets such as CNN. They went out on the streets along with Charmin Bach, a witness on behalf of AB 90, and the assistant district attorney in charge of the Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit in Alameda County.
What surprises people the most when you talk about this issue?
That it happens in America. What surprises people the most is that it is something that occurs in America with American men exploiting American children and other Americans facilitating what in essence is modern-day slavery.
People today are sold for just a few $100s compared to the equivalent of $30,000 back in the 18th century. This cheap price for victims, together with easy access and little chance of prosecution, has made this modern-day version of slavery one of the most lucrative crimes around the world and in California.
The State Department reported in 2004 that the sale and purchase of children for sex is the second largest industry in our county and has become a multi-billion-dollar industry that's expected to surpass the illicit trade in guns and narcotics within 10 years. That was in 2004. Today, it's a growing epidemic occurring in our own backyards, and yet many of us don't know that it's happening, and our law is not designed as it stands right now to protect our children.
Assembly Bill 90 aligns state human trafficking laws with federal law by allowing prosecutors like Bach to try child trafficking cases without having to prove force or coercion when the victim is under the age of 18.
Vulnerable children have suffered abuse at the hands of people who supposed to love them are often caught out on the streets to be further victimized by a sophisticated system of pimps and johns.
This report was produced by the Speaker's Office of Member Services.